Hi, back with another video. I want to ask a question. Hopefully I get some answers. But you know how valuable is your sobriety? How bad do you want your sobriety? And is there a good enough, bad enough reason to go back out, to use again? And the reason why I'm asking that question and I'm wondering it and I'm pondering it is because I come across someone I follow on Instagram. This morning I came across their video and their post. And their post was, the video opened up like something like, "I'm drunk." And now this person I followed, that I'm following, has written a book, has supported people through sobriety. Videos I think that are amazing. I watch them go from nothing to, where they're at today, and I'm so proud of them for that. So watching them announce that they were drunk and that they've been using, and then they panned over to two people that were in the room saying, "I'm not alone," saying that they're going to go to rehab. I mean, watching the video really affected me. It rocked me to my core. It gave me a feeling of, being in a dark, cold room, seeing a dark silhouette in the distance. It just literally rocked me to my core. And it didn't rock me to my core that they, went back out. What hit me in the early morning hours was how vulnerable we are, and how I tend to forget that. I tend to forget on how vulnerable we are when we're in sobriety. And it sent me back to remembering when I frequent the rooms of AA and NA to watch people go in and out. To watch actually a coworker of mine, I got him to go to AA, and this memory has haunted me for a really, really long time. He couldn't handle sobriety, so he took his life. And I think sometimes, maybe he'd still be around, maybe he wouldn't be, I don't know. It's just things like that, how vulnerable we are in our sobriety and in our recovery. And for some reason, I forgot that to watch sponsors that sponsored people go back out after 10, 15, 20 years. It's such a selfish disease. But I mean, they gave a reason why they relapsed. The video that I watched this morning, they gave a reason, and they said it was because that they couldn't handle the death of their mother. And I'm not here to judge, the reasons for going out. No, my condolences. And then I question myself. Is there any good excuse to go back out again and to drink and drug? Is there any good excuse at all? Losing a child, a parent, a grandchild, a great loss. I don't know, today, as I make this video, today I could say, no, I wouldn't, but I don't know. I mean, we're so vulnerable. How serious does the reason have to be to use again? I know that, whenever I used, especially during grieving, my grieving process got worse. I couldn't, get through. I thought I was getting through it, but I look back on it, it just got worse. And as I stopped the last loss that I had gotten, I drank pretty much all the way through it, and I got sober, after they had passed, and they passed of, drug use. It was my younger daughter's father that passed from a fentanyl overdose. But I mean, now that I'm sober, I still miss him, but I can deal with it better sober. So how fragile is our sobriety? Is any reason to go back out a good reason is what I'm wondering. This morning, I had to go out and drive and make some money, and, I thought about that in between deliveries. I mean, is there any good reason? I don't know. I really value my sobriety. I value my recovery. And I remember the first step, admitting that you're an alcoholic and that your life has become unmanageable. The first step, that's what I am. It's what I want to believe in. And to see somebody that I looked up to go back out, and they're so successful, and they wrote a book, and they saved a lot of people's lives, helping people through, getting through their day. It just reminds me of how vulnerable and how delicate our sobriety is and our recovery is. And I was affected by that. I mean, I wasn't affected at the fact that they had went out and relapsed, but it was really scary for me. It was scary for me to know how quick it can happen at any time in our life, at any success in our life. I mean, what value do you put on your sobriety? Seeing her intoxicated on making a video brought me back to, if I had ever relapsed and I woke up the next morning, how I would feel. But I still have morning tremors. My tremors would wake me up with a pounding headache, my body trembling, my mouth dry, dreading the day ahead of me because I felt like utter crap. And I wouldn't go into a full drink. I would like slam a glass of wine or slam a beer just to like make myself feel a little better. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to feel that again. No matter how much loss I have, I just don't, I don't want to go there again. I was an alcoholic and my life was unmanageable. My emotions were out of control. I just wanted to get on here and ask that question: how valuable is your sobriety? Is there any reason that would make you go back out? I mean, that's a hard question to ask. I mean, God forbid anything happened to our families. And I'm not going to speak life into that. I'm going to speak life in for anybody watching this video, that you're protected and your family's protected. Build a barrier of protection around our family and our friends and everything that we love. But what if? What if? What would be the reason to give up what we have or what you're trying to have? And again, I'll say it wasn't the fact that they announced that they had relapsed. It really scared me because it can happen at any time, anywhere. It can just sneak up on you if you don't think it all the way through. And I say this in every one of my videos that I've made. You got to think it all the way through. Think it all the way to the end. What if I pick up right now? What if I go back right now? You know, what's going to happen to me? How am I going to feel the next morning? What if you do it around family and friends and they witness your relapse? Or you wake up in the morning and you have to face your wife or your children or your husband. I don't want to feel that. And I don't know about you, but that, you know, when I used to, you know, go on benders and go on benders and, excuse me, I just had a yummy milkshake, strawberry. But the regret that you would feel when you would wake up in the morning, especially my family, you know, I'd get too drunk at 4th of July parties or drank too much wine at Christmas. You know, just waking up and feeling that, oh, the sun's coming out. Just feeling that, the shame. I don't want to feel the shame. I don't want to feel that, but I'm going to conclude this video by asking, if you're sober, you got, you know, a day underneath your belt, 1 day, 1 week, 1 year, doesn't matter. You know, you can go 24 hours without alcohol or drugs. You have some kind of sobriety. I mean, how valuable is your sobriety? How serious are you about, you know, quitting, trying to live a sober life? And is there a good enough reason to give it all up? Give up everything that you fought for, all the courage that you mustered up to just admit that your life is unmanageable because of drugs and alcohol. And then all of a sudden one day, oh, well, I'm just going to throw it all away. I'm not going to judge, you know, the person that they announced that's an Instagram account. I'm not going to judge them. But it was definitely a wake-up call for me. Well, if you've made it this far in my video, please like, subscribe, or comment. I'm trying to get my videos out there, and I'm working on getting better at my videos. You know, lately my videos have just kind of been, you know, raw and emotional, and you know, what's on my mind. I have a couple of videos where I tried to structure them more, but I don't know. It just felt staged. You know, I want to get on here and really, really show my true self, you know. And look at the sun shining through my curtains. Isn't that pretty? Yay. But anyway, I'm going to go. And I hope you come back for more. And I hope that, you know, you like my video at least and push it out there. And I make videos on, you know, how I feel, my genuine feelings. These were my feelings for today. And I'm going to do a little bit more reading, you know, so I can conjure up some more feelings that I can share with you. But, you know, if you have any questions, you know, put them down below. Let me answer them. I can help. I can support. Okay, until then, like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Okay? See you in the next video. Love you. Bye.